Hey, good evening, Coach B. Thank you for coming on Let's Talk Sports and Entertainment with C. How you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to have you come in and talk basketball with me. I thank you for the opportunity for reaching out and, just hopping in the inbox. And, a lot of people be shy and scared, but thank you for, just, taking the opportunity and, giving your girl a chance.
All right. Thank you for the opportunity for giving us the platform to, get our word out and, the things that we have going on in sports, especially with women's basketball, with it being such an important time with it right now. So, super appreciate this time. So, looking forward to the conversation.
Absolutely. So tell us who you are and where you're from.
So I'm Coach B. I'm the owner of Denver Dynasty Women's Pro Exposure Team here in Denver, Colorado. I'm originally from down south, from Houston, Texas. I've been here in Denver for like the last 5 years. And Denver Dynasty kind of got started. It was a guy who was trying to start a like pro-am league, with some teams, but it kind of fell apart. But I had told the women we were going to do this, and I didn't want to let them down. I had got women up off the couch, wanting to have a second opportunity at their basketball career. So I continued to go along with it, try to find opportunities. I didn't know much about it. 20 years ago, we didn't have all these opportunities either for women as well, even at the semi-pro level, because there's a number of small leagues here around the country that a number of women play in, that plays overseas and things of that nature. So it was a new realm for me. So we've been out here for about 3 years. This is our third season. So it's gotten better each season. So we're just excited about, moving forward. And, our ultimate goal is to, eventually, I know that we got to get a G League. You
Right,
know,
right,
we,
right.
we, we're gonna have to get that. So, I know they're gonna be looking for organizations, that's kind of already established a little bit that they could possibly bring on to, be developmental organizations for players so that they can be able to stay on some of these teams. Right now everybody's like, we need more spots, we need more spots, but the truth is a lot of our girls need more development as well.
Hmm.
That jump from college to the pro that's a big difference. Even right now, we was thinking, we have players that played at major D1 schools, Fresno State, Arizona, Oklahoma State, and it's still small things of the game that they still haven't learned or maybe forgot or haven't touched base in years. So it's still something different. So we're just out here trying to continue pushing the envelope, giving these women an opportunity to continue to play at a high level. We actually just came back from Jamaica, playing in a showcase over there. So that was a great experience for the ladies. We represented Team USA and Canada, the players
That's what's
combined.
up.
We lost to Kingston. They had some really great athletes on their team. Of course, basketball is not their main sport over there. Track and other things. So it was really good, to be able to bring that basketball culture over there to the island.
That's what's up. Congratulations on even getting that exposure to have that opportunity to go and represent, you know, your organization as well as, Team USA and Canada. When you think of women's basketball, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Um, the the fundamentals of the game. I know we're getting caught up in a lot of the young girls dunking and things of that nature, but it's the ultimate beauty of the game that I think about with women's basketball. Because we have to use our skills because we're not athletic like that. We're not going to come through here and jump over you, dunk on you, or anything like that, which a lot of the guys in the NBA are able to use that athletic ability to even just get to the NBA. But that's why you see a lot of our girls now just with athletic ability, it don't keep you in the WNBA. You lose that spot so fast because you can't do the basketball side of it. That IQ side of it is not there. So that's what I think about when I think about women's basketball, just the natural part of basketball, from the beginning of learning before you get into all the extra. we have that ground and foundation in women's basketball, and that I love that.
And back to you, you and your organization, you said it's the third season. What has been, the toughest thing with growing your organization?
The toughest thing that's with women's basketball, the funding. It's hard getting sponsorship. The women pay out of pocket for these trips that we go on, our tour, our games. We pay our own flights, hotels. We've been lucky to get a sponsor this year, X Foundation. Shout out to them for helping us out this season. But that's one of the biggest obstacles, and also facilities, being able to get in facilities, to be able to train, to be able to, get the practice and things of that nature in. So that's also a goal of ours, to get our own facility. The Aces have, after 25 years, we're just now getting a franchise that has their own as far as the women's basketball WNBA. Like Candace Parker said, I ain't never been able to leave my
Right.
stuff in the locker room. You know what I'm
And
saying?
she's
That's
been a
crazy.
champion. With how many
MVP,
organizations?
exactly. MVP, everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from college on up. I mean, from high school. I mean,
Right.
I remember her in high school out there in Chicago. So, like I said, those are the obstacles, same obstacles that the WNBA on every level we're facing that. I mean, you even had a high school girls teams now having to do a lot of fundraisers to even raise money for the school programs to, be able to travel and do the things that, a coach may want to do. So those are the biggest obstacles of getting funding. But other than that, I mean, we still, I have some great women that's part of my organization that really wants to do this. So, like I said, I try to make sure I have things laid out for them so that they can plan around their daily lives, because at the end of the day, this is exposure. Some of them don't want to play abroad. They want to continue with Dynasty and just play at a high level, continue to put women's basketball on the map here in Colorado. And some do want that offer abroad. So, like I said, we still are offering that exposure for those women that want those opportunities, and the ones that just want to stay here and represent Colorado and give the young ladies something to look up to.
And when you think of Colorado, what is the basketball culture there?
Actually, the culture it's very different, especially coming from the South.
Mm.
So it's not a big basketball culture, to be honest. The other sports, the girls play soccer more, volleyball, those sports, softball. Basketball tend to fall down in there to where let me do something, to still go on the trips at school, for
Yeah,
some of the
yeah, yeah.
girls, they've told me, coach, this is nothing that I want to do at the next level. I'm gonna play softball. That's what I'm gonna go to school for. Even though they may be good at it. So the culture is not really big. So that's something else that we're really trying to change. And right now we have a number of young girls that's in high school, the class of 2026, 25. That's some of the best in the country. Bree Crittenden that played at Riverdale Ridge High School. She was one of the top kids in the country in her class of 26. So, like I said, we got a lot of young players that's coming up out here in Colorado, even down in Colorado Springs. Caitlin Kramer, she's down there. Like I said, so we're just trying to continue to keep the eyes on Colorado. I mean, even with the women at CU Buffs, last year they made it to the Sweet 16 first
Mm-hmm.
time in, forever. So, so it's a nice little buzz here in Colorado right now regarding women's basketball. And we want to just kind of keep leading the forefront of that and making sure that we do our part with it.
When it comes to media, I will ask, just because you have an organization, do you feel as though that all types of exposure is exposure and not just household names?
With this age and time now, yeah, I think exposure is one of the biggest things that really has helped an organization like ours. The more people have known about Denver Dynasty, the more we have been able to get help, whether it's partners or, like I said, a sponsor this year, being in the community, that also has helped a whole lot, doing community events. We're partnered with the Boys and Girls Club
Oh,
here at
nice.
Denver metro area. So we go around to Boys and Girls Club, having fun doing things with the kids, enlightening them on basketball skills, life lessons on and off the floor. So, like I said, I think any exposure is good. Just depending on, what the exposure is. You don't want the
Right,
bad
right.
exposure, of course, but if you could get your name out there, your brand out there, for people to see what you got going on, what you're doing in the community, what you're trying to do for the game or whatever, realm you may be in, I think that's always great.
Okay. And, if you could describe the way your team plays in one word, what would it be?
I would say feisty.
Ooh, why?
Um, their reflection of me,
Ooh,
at the
I know
end of the
that's
day.
right.
you know, so they kind of, I kind of lead by example. I was a basketball player too, so I do get out there and, I'll, do things with them sometimes. Sometimes we're having just open gym or whatever. I get out there and play with them as well. Still have the passion for the game. I can't put 100% in it and play like they can, but I get out there and get my exercise in. But I would say feisty would be it. They're not gonna quit. No matter what's going on, they're gonna fight to the end, and that's something that is a reflection of me and my character on and off the floor.
Oh, I like that. And I love the fact that you said that they're a reflection of you and that you pride yourself on that. I really appreciate that answer. And what is next for Denver Dynasty? Like, where do you see your organization within the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, I'm hoping minimum we're a G League team. I'm hoping the WNBA comes around in the next 5 years and really get that going, because even with adding teams, is still not enough spots for the ladies to stay here in the United States. I want us to have the option to stay here, not that we have to go
Right.
abroad to play, so there's some options here. So that's my ultimate goal. Having a facility here to where we could ultimately give back to the community. Like this weekend, we're having a charity basketball game. We got some backpacks and stuff,
Oh,
filled with
nice.
school supplies and new undergarments and stuff. We're partnered with annual Underfair charity, 501c3 charity out of Houston, Texas, that gives undergarments to underprivileged kids in different neighborhoods. And we all know with the inflation and things, everything is way more expensive now. So this is a great way to help give back. We're giving a week's worth of undergarments, new undergarments, school supplies, other cool little gifts and things of that nature, and new backpacks. So we're excited about that this weekend. So
That's
like I
fair.
said, being able to have that facility to where we know for sure we can have whatever kind of event we want, have the kids there, do those things, and really be able to get back to the community here.
And if anyone wanted to donate, reach out to Denver Dynasty, what are some ways they can contact you guys?
Well, they can reach us at denverdynasty.com. We have our website. You're able to donate there, become a sponsor. We have everything that's about Denver Dynasty and the basketball realm that we do there on our site. You can also follow us on IG at denver.dynasty. We have a lot of stuff going on there. We post most of our events there and things that we have going on. But if they're interested in helping Denver Dynasty out, they can reach out to us at denverdynasty.com. Hit us on the email, info@denverdynasty.com. Like I said, we're out here just trying to keep this thing going, advancing the game of women's basketball and giving back in any way that we can.
So I want to ask you, who is your top five WNBA players of all time?
Okay. So Cheryl Swoops,
Ooh, okay.
um, Yolanda Adams, I'm old school.
You are.
So um I got um I got Dawn on there.
Okay.
But I'm gonna throw somebody in there. She didn't play in the WNBA. I don't know if you remember Saudia Roundtree. She played for Georgia back in the day.
Oh, I'm
She
gonna have
was
to look who that
actually
up. Sadia
look her up.
Roundtree. Okay. Put
Yeah,
me
look
onto
her
some
up.
game, huh?
Yeah, look her up. Saudia Roundtree. She played for Georgia. She was tough.
All right.
Yeah, her and Dunn was my one and one A and one B or whatever. So
I like that. Okay. Put me onto some game. Talk to me.
yeah. So my other one I would say Katie Smith.
Okay.
Um and I'm gonna come a little bit and I'm gonna go Maya Moore. I like Maya.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And some of the new players, the Asias, Stewarts, all of those. I like those. The young lady Jones that's coming up on New York team, she's really nice. So the game has really evolved over the years. So it was really exciting to see. We played out in Vegas a couple weeks ago, and I was able to catch a Aces and Wings game, and I hadn't been to a game since the Comets.
Oh, wow. Woo. There's
Right.
some things
So
the game definitely has changed.
yes, definitely has changed, and
You
that's
got to see a good
I
one because Enrique be balling. Whew.
yes, definitely. And one thing I would love to see with the WNBA, if we could get the Houston Comets franchise back. I mean, that's one of the all-time franchises, have some of the greatest players to ever play the game and play it on those teams. It's only right that, if we're gonna expand, let's at least try to put, some of those teams that we, loved and
The
started off with.
originators.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the original. I mean, they four-time champs. Come on.
I know. Until we get something like that, I don't want to hear nothing about no super teams, right?
No, exactly. Like I said, I like the Aces, you know what I'm saying? But at
I
the
don't
same
know.
time,
I think
hey,
they met their kryptonite. I think they met their kryptonite.
I've been telling people that. I've been telling people that I said I love the Aces, but I said basketball wise, you looking at it, I said New York is tough on paper, especially without them having Candace.
Jones has found her footing. JJ these last 15 games, and and Johannes off the bench, woo, because she was just
Ooh,
letting
she's
it
shooting that.
fly.
I'm talking
She
about leaning to the side and everything.
Dude, it was
It was tough.
I don't know what it was the start of that game last night, but I was just like, okay, is anyone gonna make a basket? But
Yeah.
I just started watching women's basketball. Like I knew about like because Maya Mora was everywhere,
Right.
about the dynasty teams, Lisa Leslie, when it first came out, I love Rebecca Lobo. So when that came out, but me really getting to WNBA was probably like 2 years ago. So my first WNBA game, I saw Connecticut. So I'm a big Connecticut fan. I love Alyssa
Okay.
Thomas. She is a monster. So, and I get to see her like play all the time because I'm always there. So seeing what she does on the court, it may not be big numbers, but what Alyssa Thomas does is
Right.
incredible. To lead the W
Yeah.
in triple doubles is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's an exciting time, and that's why I say, I think it's a great time for my organization and any organization that's out there like mine, because like I said, I don't business wise see them going and trying to make 20 G League teams. You're gonna try to find somebody that's kind of established that's doing some things.
Right.
And of course, we got some talk about, we could be one of the cities for an expansion team. Hey, we'll be the G League team to our
Right.
our WNBA
Definitely
team.
need
You
it.
know,
Especially
yeah,
with
you
the
know,
fifth season going away because COVID's going away. And I believe that fifth season helped a lot of rookies coming in who that
right.
took the fifth season and was able to get that extra year in college. So that's going away this coming season. So if a G League's possible, and it's definitely get that,
Yeah,
get that business deal. I know that's right. Definitely get that
exactly.
business deal.
So yeah, so we looking at that. So definitely when we get that deal, You got an interview, see. We gonna get back on here. You already
Yes,
know,
sir. I love to speak all this into existence.
That
Definitely. I
exactly.
appreciate you giving me your time, Coach B, and, coming and share the Denver Dynasty journey and just coming to chop it up with your girl.
All right. I appreciate you having me on here for the opportunity, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon.
Have a good night.
All right. You do the same. Bye.
Bye.